How we doing, guys? How we doing? Actually, recording this on Sunday, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and all the single mothers acting as fathers too. I guess yeah, you guys deserve a shout out as well because you guys are playing both roles. But anyways, you'll probably see this on Monday afternoon, evening, when I get a chance to release it. But this week, well, first and foremost, again, let me say just thank you for all the responses and all the again just. The acknowledgement and just everybody the outcome from the videos that I've been putting is really neat. So even in the again the hip hop one with the um, verse that I put out there. So again, something that I think as long as you guys like and are responding well, I'll try to do as much as possible. Just to again as I get the whim, as I think about it or um, have an idea that comes to mind, but. Um, to this week, what I wanted to do was a little bit different because again, when I write these songs, I put them in the AI. So I'll two things real quick. I guess when I put them in the AI, I put it in different styles, different genres, and all that kind of stuff. And so it sometimes I like more than one. Sometimes I like a couple of them even or a few more than two even. And so this one is kind of like that. The song that I wrote this time that I'm going to review with you guys. So I'm going to try that. I'm gonna go ahead and release both versions. And snippets from both styles, and then I guess just kind of see which one you guys kind of connect with the most, or maybe some of you will connect with one and others will connect with the other version. Obviously everybody doesn't like the same style of music, but this is what's neat about this AI app is I can take it and put in these lyrics and then create multiple styles. So we'll go through the lyrics and then kind of go through and then again, like I said, I'll release snippets throughout the week. This one, just to kind of show you guys, I actually started with the pre-chorus. Kind of went into the chorus. You can see a lot of slop. I'll kind of go through some of the things that I've crossed out, and then we actually got three different verses. So, but you can see here, mainly in the chorus is where I'll explain that. But I kind of took a whole nother turn and went kind of a whole different way with it because it sounded too corny and I did not like it. No, so I'll tell you what it was, but hopefully you guys will agree that you like the way that it is now. But I think I'll present it in the verse, and then like the way the song will come out. So I'll read the verses. The idea of this is kind of like that artist that is on the road all the time, so much so that it's like the road becomes their home, and it's kind of like they don't know kind of almost where they come from anymore. It's like this is where they come from. Their life is the road, and so the first verse is if you find me flying through the night, passing like a shadow with the shining light, rolling like the ocean when the tide is high, surfing on the shooting stars in the sky, I'm just trying to get by. So if you find me flying through the night, passing like a shadow with the shining light, rolling like the ocean when the tide is high, surfing on the shooting stars in the sky. So kind of ways of moving. Um, so then we would move into the pre chorus. I've been traveling so long, I've lost my home. Seeing windows in the road, reflection is all alone. And so, I've been traveling so long, I've lost my home. I don't know where my home is, and then seeing windows in the road, to me, that's kind of the metaphor of, now the road is actually becoming my home. It's kind of, that's the wall and I'm seeing windows in the road like it's a house and I'm looking out the road, into my future. And then reflection is all alone, again, that I'm on this journey by myself. So when I look out, the reflection in the window, is just me looking out the window in the road. Um, so in the chorus, I don't know if I could pick myself in a lineup. So again, so much you're just losing yourself. You've just kind of lost who you are, where you're from, everything. You know yourself as this person on the road, this artist. No longer a dollar to my name. Watches reading times up. So you've been doing this, and now you're getting kind of to the end of things, and boots are worn, jeans are frayed. Always moving is the only place I stay. I kind of like to play on that. Is always moving is the only place I stay. So the one consistent is that I'm consistently moving, kind of thing. Kind of that play how they play on words like that. The consistently inconsistent type thing. So And then, been a long time coming through the dirt road dust, soul searching through a sky of crimson crust. Picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. If I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. I really like that last line. If I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. Oh, picture of the picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. If I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. I really like those two lines together. Um, and again, picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. That could mean um, when I explain these songs and when I break down my songs, I also don't, if there's things that they mean to you, or if you interpret them in a different way, um, that's you, and please do that. I don't want you to take what I intended or what I saw, as what you need to see, or my hey, you need to envision it the way I did. Again. Like they say, art is in the eye of the beholder. So I might have intended it, or I might have wrote it a certain way, but if you interpret it a different way and you ultimately don't like my interpretation, please, this is for me in my own way, but it's for you and yours as well. So I mean, I write these to connect with people, and hopefully if there's ever a situation where I could help somebody out, that would be the ultimate blessing. But this is it's helpful for me as far as just getting some feelings out. Sometimes it's just cool stories and things that I like to write and share, because that's just my creative outlet. But so as I'm breaking these down and going through some of these with you guys, again, if you feel a certain way, or have your own thoughts and things like that, then at the end they turn us off and just listen to the music and enjoy the music for what it is. But that's I'll try to break it down and kind of sometimes provide what I intended, but I also sometimes want to leave it open for interpretation as well. But so uh, that's kind of what. So picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. Again, that could be whatever peace it is. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, whatever that peace might is. Peace might be to you. So if I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. You're searching for that peace, and then if you don't find it, hopefully it finds you. Um, Now, what I wrote in there, I crossed it up, and I'll be able to see parts of it. So it's free as can be, open road in front of me. So this has been a long time coming through the dirt road dust, soul searching through a sky of crimson crust. And then it was going to say, instead of picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek, if I don't find it first, I hope it finds me. It was going to say, free as can be, open road in front of me. And then I had like the whole free bird kind of idea, somehow to try to connect that in this whole kind of the idea of the song. So I was free as can be, so it repeats that twice. So free as can be, open road in front of me, free as can be, chirping with the birdies. So I was kind of trying to connect the free bird kind of aspect. And I didn't like that at all. Again, it just sounded way too corny as I kind of went through it more and more. So that's the part that ultimately got crossed out right there. And then we got the new version, which is again, picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. If I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. So I like that one a lot better. Now moving into the second verse. So cruising with the breeze, moving through the trees, floating like a boat out in the open seas. Backpack the back half. Uh, it's me finding peace, just going with the flow as it goes downstream. I have some crossouts in that second verse. So I'm just kind of making sure that I'm reading the right words. But so cruising with the breeze, moving through the trees, floating like a boat out in the open seas. Backpack the back half. It's me finding peace, just going with the flow as it goes downstream. So kind of in that one, it's like you got the trees, you got the seas, you got the stream. Backpack the back half, the open forest kind of area and stuff like that. Some hiking and everything. So that was kind of more of a call out to nature and moving through the nature and stuff like that. So and then again, move right back into the pre-chorus and then into the chorus. Again, we've kind of already broken that part down. So then we move into the last verse. This one is a lifelong of road trips and late hits. A big a big map of dotted lines and basements, all the way to bright lights and big stages. A story written many times, but still ageless. I'm just trying to get by. So again, that last part, a lifelong of road trips and late hits. You're an artist just that's on the road all the time. Road trips and late hits. A big map of dotted lines and dirty basements. So again, it's you're you're traveling across, and starting out, you're starting out in those grungy, kind of hole in the wall venues, sometimes the coolest places, to see a band and stuff. But you got everybody's got to start somewhere, and that's generally you're starting out in those, the dingy, dirty basements, and things like that, and all the way to the bright lights and big stages. So it's kind of connects that whole thing there. So it's a lifelong of road trips and late hits, a big map of dotted lines and basements, all the way to bright lights and big stages. A story written many times but still ageless. So, you know, every artist, that's every artist's dream in life, is ultimately getting on the road and selling out to the world and being able to share their selves with the world like that. And so, again, breaking it back down into, I've been traveling so long, I've lost my home, seeing windows in the road, reflection is all alone. I don't know if I could pick myself in a lineup, no longer a dollar to my name, watches reading time's up, boots are worn, jeans are frayed, always moving's the only place I stay. Been a long time coming through the dirt road dust, soul searching through a sky of crimson crust, picture in my pocket of the peace that I seek. If I don't find it first, sure hope it finds me. So you guys will see that one again coming out in the week here. Snippets, both versions. So I have it's a country version and then more of like a folk version. But I kind of like both of them, and it seems both of them are getting some pretty good responses on the AI app. So I will share snippets of those throughout the week. Get you guys' response, and then full songs on Friday. So again, today, happy Father's Day. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably be Monday. So no longer Father's Day. But hopefully, you guys got to enjoy the weekend, enjoy your Father's Day. And again, stay tuned throughout the week for the snippets. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one.